Anyway, let's get down to business. Flipside against Northern. I'm excited. I remember this series. I remember talking to all my buddies at the LAN before this series, getting everybody's predictions, and everybody that I talked to was predicting Northern Gaming to win this, and I was like, come on. Come on, I know that some people like to bet against their favorite team, because most of the people wanted Flipside to win, because they were like the second crowd favorites after IBP, because they're so popular, but there's a difference between betting against your team and then just, you know, I don't know, it was weird. Everybody I talked to thought Northern was going to win, and I was like, nah, Flipside, dude. 4-2. I thought 4-2 Flipside. Someone just gave me 100 bits. Whoa, 100 bits. Thanks for the 100 bits. Who was it? Manarb, I appreciate it, my friend. Don't worry, I'm not like arguing with you. Just having a little bit of banter.
Yay, first time I am seeing this live. Just want to say thanks for the good work at Johnnyboy_I.
I appreciate it, man. Mythka86, thanks for the fiver, dude. I appreciate it. Which teams do and don't do fast kickoffs? IBP and Northern Gaming are probably the two teams that do fast kickoffs the most. Marky Duda does fast kickoffs also, but more of a safe variant. Thanks for the 50 Splinkies, Manarb. Have I seen Dapper at the LAN? I did see Dapper at the LAN. That was cool. Cool to meet Dapper. Cool to meet everybody. Cool to meet everybody.
One or the other in almost every prediction across the board. But now you have these two teams battling it out. A team that, like you said, has been climbing through the losers or the lower bracket, just dominating team after team. And then they
These
come against
bits,
Northern
dude.
Gaming, who has pretty much done the same thing. They had that, you know, weird upset coming out from.
I should probably set the limit of the bits to like 10 or something. It's just gonna plink for like every one bit that somebody throws at me. How do I change this? Minimum bits to alert. What should I put it to? Like 100? I don't know. Yeah, 100. Is that fair? It's not gonna make the plink noise, but it'll show up on in the cup. It just won't make a noise. Yeah, 100. 100 to make a plinky noise. Seems fair to me. How do you do diagonal flips at kickoff? You always miss the ball. Don't miss the ball. It's easy. Dude, it's still gonna show up on the screen. Like, see this little cup thing? See this cup right here? This thing? It's still gonna show up on there. Like, 1 will show up on that, but it won't make a noise without 100. Like, dude, I just don't want a million, like, noises. It's just gonna distract me. Did I miss you? Dude, Greasy, I miss you so much, man. I miss you so much. I just want us to hold each other like we did on Sunday. How do you decide to put a shot on target or go for the backboard? Don't think so much about where the shot is going relative to the, like, the pitch. Look at where the opponents are and hit it away from your opponents. What do you get for 100 tokens? You get a little chat badge. If you look at, who has it? Manarb has a little pink badge next to his sub badge. That's a 100 cheer badge. There's also a grey one. That's a 1 cheer badge. There's like a 1k one and stuff like that. There's different badges you get, and that's permanent. It'll be there forever, I believe.
With how many? 98 shots? 98 shots? That was insane. Like, they just like taking shots. I know he likes to steal a lot of shots, too. But I mean, secure the shots.
Alright, but these are great teams to watch. Obviously, the best game that I ever saw, Greasy and Maestro versus Flipside, was actually with Scrubkilla as a third, not Remco. They had a fantastic series in a Gfinity where they went 3-0 up in games, lost the games 4-6, then they won the 7th game in overtime. Scrubkilla had like 7 shots, 5 saves, got a double touch off the back wall for the winning goal. MVP performance by the 12-year-old at the time. What does cheering do? It's like a donation, but you get a little chat badge, and I think that the cut is the same.
Some steak for you and the boys.
Dude, Harkleby, holy cow, that's a super generous donation. I believe that's $50, if I'm not mistaken, in the current, what do you call it? Exchange rate. Dude, that's very generous of you. I'll definitely get some steak for the boys. Go buy a tomahawk steak for me and Marky. You're too kind, my friend. But as I was saying, now cheering, it just gives like 50% to the streamer, 50% to Twitch. It's the same as subscribing. Subscribing, 50% goes to the streamer, 50% goes to Twitch. But you get a chat badge. M-Dog with the 180 cheer. This is nuts. Everybody's just cheering tons of Splinkies today. Who are the top 3 players in NA, EU, or both? It's hard to say. Probably Cuxer, Marky, and maybe Kronovi. Just because you've got to give 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3. Like, all of that deserves some weighting. And the Northern Gaming guys are all 3v3 mains, and also pretty good at 2v2, but none of them are like 1v1 gods, like Cuxer and Marky are. And Kronovi has had massive success in 2v2 recently. Not a good play by Remco. Yeah, Remco actually dunked on Greasy, it looked like. Either that or he just killed the ball, which is not good either way. Just a bad awareness by Remco of where the goal was. He expected that shot to be going in, but it wasn't. It was hitting the post. How do you cheer? There's a little button next to like in your chat, like send a message box underneath the chat. There's a little triangle thing. You click that. Oh, what a save. That was not the best shot by Remco, but good clear by Marky. Where do I think Scrub will go? Do I think he'll be the best? Kronovi said it on stream. Scrubkilla is absolutely set up to be the best player in the world one day. He's arguably been the best player in the world already at certain moments in Rocket League's history. Like, there have been moments where Scrubkilla could have been... You could make an argument for him being the best player in the world at certain moments in Rocket League's history. He's in the conversation already. It just is... It depends. When he gets the chance to play at a LAN, will he be a LAN boy? That's the only question that we need to know about Scrubkilla. Maestro is very good at ones. That's true, Maestro is very good at ones. He's definitely the best player in Northern Gaming at 1v1s. I got him against Marky once, and Marky beat him. I got him against Scrub, and Maestro actually beat Scrub. And then I got him against Torix, and Torix beat Maestro. So, I mean, he's had some results before. Remco, not with the cleanest hits. Greasy's flopping and panicking right now. It was definitely a bit of nervous play coming out of Northern Gaming defensively that made me think that Flipside were going to win this series. Oh, the pinch, easy calculation right here. Look at Marky Duda stealing this assist. Like, Cuxer with a fantastic pass. Marky's like, nope, my pass. Oh no, it was Mike actually who stole it. Marky had the shot, and Mike stole it somehow. Mike, I don't know how he got that shot. Credited to him. Who is the weakest player in the top 8 teams NA-EU? Ooh, it's tough to say. Really tough to say. The weakest player. I mean, the weakest player at the LAN was probably between... Who could it have been? It was probably between Pashi and Siki, unfortunately. The two Germans didn't have great performances. So they had the weakest LAN performances. But then we come back from LAN and Pashi's #1 in every leaderboard, so, you know, he's just not a LAN boy yet. Why am I not the F3 sub? Because I'm terrible at the game. I don't play the game. I never play Rocket League. Weakest player at the LAN was Quinn Lobdell? Not at all. Quinn actually played quite well. Like, I think everyone in Genesis had moments of floppiness. Like, none of them played fantastically well, but they all played well enough to beat Mock at EU. Reverse sweep, and they nearly reverse swept the Flying Dutchman. Like, there's no way that anyone from Genesis was the worst player at the LAN. Least so Quinn Lobdell. He was a LAN boy for sure. Fireburner played horribly at the LAN. Yeah, Fireburner had a bad LAN. Like, Fireburner, it just looked like his game sense wasn't there. Like, he couldn't focus or something. Because he's usually got fantastic game sense. Hardly ever gets caught out of position in defense, but he got caught out so many times at the LAN. Defensively, he was just out the game a lot. But there we go. Flipside with a 1-0 lead. It's actually best of 7 for losers finals, which is, I wasn't aware of that until the day itself. I thought this was going to be best of 5, but I was delighted to hear it was best of 7, because we get to see more games between Flipside and Northern. Look at this American crowd, like, oh, EU Rocket League, not enough freestyle. Did I ever cast for SARP? I never played nor knew about SARP. I had no idea about it. Why did Genesis kick Quinn? They just thought that they could get further with a different player.
And I think a little bit more speed and aggression. More of what they do best is going to be needed from Northern Gaming if they're going to want to be able to keep on offense. Just too many times there was a point at midfield that no one was there to keep it in, and Flipside taking advantage of any of these open spots to put it back on offense in their favor.
Yeah, you see Flipside, we always talk about that midfield defense, about how you don't want shots to go on the net. That's not a good thing. Shots, even though saves are very crucial, when you can play them at the
Play RL feels bad, man.
like automatically attack and get the ball back in your possession.
Dunking is OP and 0 lag, that's what NA dominated. That's just a small part of why IBP won. There was a lot of factors, like being the fan favorites, being the underdogs, having no pressure on them, because, you know, nobody expects them to win going into it. Other teams kind of playing into their strategy in the sense that IBP just sat in net and made saves, and teams were just shooting at them, like Northern Gaming and Flipside just would not stop firing shots on target when they should really be hitting it off the backboard or passing. Top 3 players from each region. Kronovi, Jacob, and Garrett G, maybe. I'm going to do different, no 2 players from the same team. And then Cuxer, Remco. It's tough to pick a player from SA, but I want to. I say probably ELMP still. Still ELMP from SA. He's such a smart player. It's a bit of a different top 3, because I could just say, oh, all of Flipside, but that's a boring answer, so I'll pick no more than 1 player from every team. Top 3 things separating Superstar from Champs, Grind Champs. Efficiency, risk, and like ball striking. Like the difference between like Superstars and the people who are higher than Superstar is that the people who are higher are just taking less risks. They're more efficient in the sense that they're getting about the pitch faster and being better with boost in the way. That's a great shot by Greasy. Look how he angles his car to get the connection on that ball on the bottom to get the ball to arc up. Because he realized that if he kept on flying in his current state, he would have hit the top of the ball and hit it straight into the ground. Something that you always see lower rated players doing is they go too high, hit the ball into the ground, easy save for the goalkeeper. And top rated players, especially pros, are really good at just hitting the ball up. Oh, double touch from Remco. Where do I think Scrub will go next team-wise? Well, Scrub's currently in a team with Baloo and Mistake, who are 2 other players who can't play in RLCS 2, which is why they teamed up together. I think it's a very good idea, and I think they're going to be a team to be reckoned with in EU. For sure, definitely a good team. It's Greasy with a good follow here. Classic Northern Gaming. Bit of an uncharacteristic miss by Cuxer, but Greasy's there. Because if Cuxer hits that clear, Greasy's just going to rotate out. If Cuxer misses, Greasy takes a shot. Either way, there's that 3rd player in the back for Northern Gaming who's ready to come in and intercept that clear should Cux hit it. Like, they're always spreading themselves out. Sort of inadvertent mind games. Like, this mind game probably isn't deliberate by Cux, but it's making Maestro think to defend Cux's shot, puts him out of position for the shot that actually comes in from Murky. Does answering the same questions every stream get old? Not really. I mean, I'm quite privileged to be able to do this. Like, I realize that there's lots of people who would like to do what I do, and I'm very privileged that I'm able to do it with so much support. So just that fact alone is enough to like motivate me to try and create good content for the people who do support me, I guess. Yeah, Greasy throwing himself at that ball. actually hitting it straight into Cuxer when nobody's ready to rotate in behind him could be, you could look at that as a misplay. Somebody's misplayed there on Northern Gaming. Either Greasy for going in for that challenge, or like maybe we missed something off screen. Sometimes in situations like that, you actually miss key information because autocam's looking one way and something's happening over here, like two players are bumping each other, or somebody misses a boost, or the rotation is slowed down for whatever reason. And we don't know why the rotation was so slow by the third player of Northern Gaming there, but if, let's say that Remco is trying to rotate back and Mike's bumping him, if Greasy knows that, he can't throw himself in at that challenge like he did. Dude, so many questions in chat, holy cow. Lots of love from Argentina, lots of love from Scotland, bro. Do I think that if I spent more time playing Rocket League, I would be a professional? Probably not, because there's just too many things, there's too many other things that I do in Rocket League. I would just get so burnt out. Like, being a pro player, there's a lot more to being a pro player than just being good at the game. Who centered this? I think it was Remco. Yeah, I remember this. When this happened at the LAN, I remember Remco centered it, and I was supporting Flipside because I wanted Flipside to win the whole thing. So when Remco did that, like I just jumped out of my seat. I was like, "Great pass, Remco!" And somebody across the hall yelled, "Savage!" It was great. I remember that moment, clear as day. Pashy and Northern Gaming, could work. Could work. Pashy for me is just a player who'll always be relevant and will never be the best player in the world. Like, he's always there or thereabouts, but I don't feel like he's ever been in any danger of being the best player. I don't know, has there ever been a moment in Rocket League's history where Pashy's been the best? Like, the absolute pinnacle for Pashy was when they won Pro League with Crown and Jewels. And even then, I think that Mike was probably the best player in the world back then. Maybe Mike. It's so hard to say. Like, Pashy's a weird player. Definitely for now an onliner, but it's yet to be seen whether he can step up and become an offliner, be a LAN boy in the future. Maybe. Does the zonal defense setup have any presence in Rocket League? Sure, like, teams in Rocket League do zonal defense already. It just isn't so structured and clear as in basketball because there's only 3 players. Top 5 haircuts, top 5 most handsome Rocket League players at the LAN. I don't know, dude. 5's a lot. Yeah, me and Sizz were screaming at the LAN. You gotta scream. Gotta scream for your favorite teams. Scream for the teams. It's a good pass by Maestro. Markey following it all the way though. Oh, what a play, Cuxer. Delayed that dodge and took the entire Northern Gaming team by surprise right there. Which 8 EU teams I think will make it into league play? Oh my, I don't even know. SA, Flipside, Northern Gaming, Team Enjoy, Vogan's team, Turbo and Dogu's team, K-Dop's team, whatever team he ends up on. I think I've said 7 teams. And A-Reality. That's my 8 teams right now that I think are probably going to make it. Could change though. It's a while. Still great play. There's the most handsome player at the LAN, obviously. The Maestro Kappa Pride. It's pretty unanimously considered to be the what do you call it? The heartbreaker of Rocket League.
Then all of a sudden Flipside's like, no, back to our favor, and takes it right back and ends up winning that game. And that's just next level, being able to adapt to what you're...
So I think that in a few years, players we don't know yet will be on the same level as current pro players. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that players right now who are at the top, who continue to work hard and not get burnt out, will definitely stay at the top. But there will also be new players emerging.
One is number 1, the other one is number 2. And when you look at that, it really just comes down to mental game and game sense. And there's a reason why they put Cooks.
I would prefer if they just stopped using autocam altogether. I don't like autocam. I like player view, but that's just me. A lot of people do like player autocam.
Now it's up to Greasy to do the same thing for his
The Exodus moms were coming after me. I know, right?
Gaming at all.
Just like a
whatsoever,
mom
but I mean,
magnet.
if you have a team like Flipside that if they do have
Any
to
advice
make
getting
they're
ranks out of
such a
Challenger?
good
Doubles is your favorite,
so is I by power.
but you don't
So
ever get to
whichever
play
one
with
of these
party
teams
teammates.
is
You don't need
the
to. Right now,
better,
solo queuing doubles is
gonna
perfectly
put them in
fine
their mental state.
for
So
climbing.
Northern
Perfectly
Gaming's
fine.
gonna have to make sure that
Which
they're
Sarp veteran is the best at dunking in Central Europe?
Let's do it again.
Central Europe, I don't know. Stockies from Switzerland, that's Central Europe. I guess.
Right now for Flipside Tactics against Northern Gaming. Northern Gaming looking to pull
Don't forget
this
about Flo. Yeah, Flo's pretty cute.
tied up. So
Great haircut.
there's some
Flo had the
pressure
best
already
long
early
hair,
on the kickoff.
even better than
Maestro
over
tries to
zeros,
hold that one back
probably.
with those. Maestro
It's very
with a chance.
flowing.
Only one person to beat. Marky Duda does throw it to the short side, but wasn't on target. Cooks here.
Look how far away this autocam is. It's pretty weird. It's weird to see the autocam just sitting back like this.
That's the whole intent of it, because you should have a player behind you ready to follow up. It just
What rank should a veteran be? I think that they're completely non-related. Like veteran, pro, master, rocketeer. These things are just meaningless titles to me.
Can't get a second attempt. Remco's gonna be the one to push it back into the offense.
Yeah, I sat down with Lachinio and we talked about who the most handsome player was, besides me, of course. Yeah, we did. Me and Lachinio had this discussion. I think it's an important discussion to have.
Maestro up in the air very quick. They're knowing they have to get to these balls quick to contest everything. Northern Gaming playing very strong, recognizing what they
Bang.
need to do. And I mean, these are top
Interesting fact, Maestro's surname is actually Bang.
Rolling on the line. Another one of these.
What?
Guys, I can't do
What?
strong, recognizing what they need to do. And I mean, these are
Excuse me? Greasy with the prospect pass. He tries to clear it, just centers it perfectly, and then somehow, some way, Cuxer manages to miss this goal. Bang. Right off the post.
on the line. Another one of these.
And then Remco clears it by hitting it off Cux. That's ridiculous.
Can't do this anymore. There's too many of
Best
these
endgame
robots.
celebration?
I
Oh,
can't do
Cuxer,
it.
by far. Cuxer celebrations are insane. Very creative as well.
The fact that they were able to just keep cool, even with that ball on the goal line, and you see a team like Flipside coming to attack you, and just to poise up and
Yeah, prospect clear by Greasy, but even more prospect shot by Cuxer. You can see why they were so keen to become teammates after that synergy.
Savage. 3 minutes left, still 0-0 between these two teams. As they try to duke it out to get that first one, the momentum swing in their favor. Maestro, back pass.
Yeah, Maestro's real name's Nikolai Bang. What a name.
Take that off of Mike.
Actually has Bang as his surname.
Gonna contest it, but a little too much hesitation leaves him out of the play now. Maestro with one.
Yeah, Maestro needs to stream with facecam. Oh, what a pass. That's a great pass by Marky. Notice how he used the ceiling there to make that ball bounce really dangerously for... And again, these ceiling hits are so difficult to defend. Oh, so close. Mike with a sharp rotation there, kind of getting in Marky's way.
As you just said, on and taking advantage of that open net.
There was all three pushed up. I'm surprised we didn't get a huge counterattack from
Hello, I'm Mr. Bang. Well, Maestro, if he's not subbed to me, he should sub, because I've got a Bang emote, so it's like made for him. That's how you do it. You just make emotes that are specific to a single person. That's how you get people to sub to you. You just make an emote of one person, then you've guaranteed their sub for the rest of your life. That's how we get the subs, boys. No way, that's his name. That's his name. His surname is actually Bang. Not even kidding. And most of you want to bang him, so like the puns go on.
Top 3 teams right here.
Do I think Greasy will be good in F3? Yes.
Northern Gaming and Flipside Tactics both trying to be the first one. Insane to see an
Who's the player with the greatest signature? I didn't see any signature which like really stood out to me. Was like, wow, that's cool. Except like I thought I had a pretty good one. Not gonna lie. Like a couple of people complimented me on it, but I wasn't like I didn't get any signatures, so I'm not the best person to ask that question because most of the signatures that I saw was just my one. Because I didn't ask anybody for signatures. I was just signing things myself. So I don't really know. I didn't look for other people's signatures very much. Backflip by Maestro. Ego, dude, it's just fact. I didn't really know. I signed one person's chest, but it was a dude. He wanted his chest signed. I was like, sure.
Northern Gaming almost coming out.
Yeah, you see these teams definitely taking full advantage of their opportunities. Mike denying boosts on both sides. Really
Both teams taking full advantage of their opportunities. That is just not true this game. I'm sorry, Lawler, but it is not true. We've seen Flipside hit the crossbar, I think, twice. Cucks are missing an open net. That's like the opposite of taking opportunities.
They have the momentum now. They don't want to kick off. Momentum reset, but back into their own end.
Mike signed your chest. I saw that. I saw that happen. That was funny.
In the slot there, almost dropped in. There's Mike Rules keeping the pressure on, but Greasy sending that.
Oh, there's just too much chat right now. I can't reply to all that. I'm sorry, guys. Too much red chat. My chat is just completely lit up red right now.
And they cannot get a goal out of this back and forth ping pong. If this is the ground, we're going to go in overtime while we're scoreless.
Oh, okay. Overtime. The big thing for me this series, and this reason why Northern Gaming struggled to find their feet in it, is if you ever watch series in the past where Northern Gaming did manage to beat Flipside, it was always games where they were bullying Flipside into their half, stealing their boost, things like that. So that really isn't happening this series. Boost is not being stolen, Flipside are not being massively pressured. Like, most of the time that hits are being made towards Flipside's goal, they're getting a clear or a pass. This segment here is more of what we're used to seeing from Northern Gaming. Just lots of consistent pressure, high hits, fast rotations, resulting in a goal. But this didn't happen a large amount this series. Guys, you guys are so stupid. You guys are so stupid. It's unbelievable. Ugh. My chat though. You guys are actually idiots. Absolute idiots.
Right, and I mean, there's something switched.
And you know it.
Something switched there for Northern Gaming near the end of that series. They were on point.
Yeah, it's a pretty good emote for Latino, not gonna lie. You are. Look at you. Idiots. I'm surrounded by fools.
Early on in the series, they had it this time.
Mike's raging again. Mike's facial expressions were the best to see on the camera. He's just like so angry, or he looked so angry all the time. But he was actually just like super motivated. Funniest player at LAN. Funniest player. Greasy's pretty funny. Jacob's pretty funny. I mean, Jacob's just a funny guy, not just at LAN. But I mean, he's very much like his online persona in person as well, so he's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take that one. I like it more. Rocket League is always.
Yeah, I remember. I heard Lawler make that prediction. I was like, nah. Did you see that game? Like, Flipside hit the bar twice. Cucks missed an open goal. They just like took the game and they threw it away. Like, I was like Flipside 4-1, 4-2 at worst from this point. Like, they're comfortable, so comfortable.
In a best of 7, you'd think they'd come out on top.
Greasy was the funniest, not even a question. Yeah, Greasy's pretty funny. Cuckster's pretty funny, but he doesn't mean to be. Who else is funny? A lot of the players are really shy. Like, a lot of people who are like really loud and outgoing online are super shy in person, which is not surprising because a lot of the pros are pretty young. And it was like, oh, Quinn was funny. Yeah, Quinn's really funny. Who's the greasiest player at LAN? Greasy's laugh's contagious. Yeah, Greasy's laugh's great. Jesse Pinkman's got a pretty contagious laugh as well, and so does Quinn Lobdell. All the people who hang out in my Discord have got very contagious laughs. It's the place to be. Who peed on the most wallets? Oh dear. You find Mike and Marky awkward? Marky was a little bit awkward, but I mean, that's just because he was worried about his voice cracking. Mike wasn't awkward at all. Mike was pretty comfortable in the interviews. The most beautiful eyebrows are probably Lachino. Lachino's eyebrows are so groomed. It's very obvious that he's been grooming them for hours daily for years. Like for the past 5 years, I'm sure.
Nice clear down from Northern Gaming into Flipside's end, but nothing came out of that one. They're back in their own end. Having to make a breakout attempt again. Good team play from them, but Remco did miss on the touch that he needed. So that's going to go back to Greasy to try to clean up off the wall. A little
more prospect play from Cuxer and Greasy, just missing the ball. It seems like the Cuxer and Greasy synchronize themselves to both whiff simultaneously quite a lot this series. Well, it's happened like 2 or 3 times, which is a bit random. That would have been a good pass, but Marky bumped Greasy into the ball, so he overhit it. Who had the best ears? Pluto. Pluto could hear you a mile away. You can't sneak up on that guy. I think he's a bit shy as well, so I know exactly what I'm doing.
Maestro getting back as Remco puts that one down to midfield.
Just checking to see if Pluto's still in my chat. I'm waiting for him to write "feels bad, man" or something.
They were back getting all boosted up. You see Maestro Remco try to make a push out.
Whose emo is that?
Marky gonna intercept to keep that pressure on at midfield.
Feels? You're like over zeros, like, what do you call it? Thing that you put at the start of every emo is feels? Why is it feels? Whoa, that's nice shot by Remco. Really nice shot by Remco. Cuxer not getting a good clear, quite uncharacteristic of him. That's one of Cuxer's biggest strengths, is his ability to just put the ball to safety every time he touches it in defense, but not to be this time. Greasy going for the double. Oh, so close. Mike was not ready for that.
Put that one in just a little bit too short. It doesn't go in, but they still are in the lead. Greasy with a shot on target. That's going to almost squeeze in.
Prefix. Prefix. Feels. Why is your prefix feels and not like 0 or something, or over? It should be over, or over 0, or 0. Or Oz. Why is it feels? You're putting the OCE Power Rankings Committee? Congrats, dude. Cuxer just double touching it straight into the ceiling, and Maestro's like, well, I guess that's a thing. Oh, nice shot by Mike. Mike recently adding like air roll to his play in quite a lot of situations. For the longest time, Mike just like refused to air roll ever, and he was still so good at hitting shots hard on the net from tight angles. But air rolling does increase the likelihood of a shot from an angle being a good one, and being a hard shot. Who made the shadiest play at LAN IRL? That's a good question. I probably just don't know the answer to that, because I doubt that I was present when it happened. What a shot from Mike. Mike's raging in the player cam again. Yeah, Greasy just not playing that situation correctly. He should be backing off. He should realize Mike's closer to him than the ball. Okay. I thought Greasy was missing. Hello, the Demon Pool. How you doing? I see, there's a shot that shouldn't be on the net. Like, Mike putting that one straight down into the net just almost guarantees Greasy to get the clear. But if he hits the well clear, or the well shot high, it'd be far better. And again, that shouldn't be on target from Greasy. Albeit Remco should have scored, but Greasy hitting the net, or hitting that on target, was actually a misplay. Like, here. Oh crap, I put it back by mistake. Let me just go back to where we were. Here we go.
Trying to kill those dreams. That one, but a contest from Remco to Maestro. Almost dropping that one in, but another shot from Remco. Blocked
like right here. If Greasy just needs to hit this ball into a position where Remco can rotate behind him and shoot. Because look where Remco is. He's picked up the boost in the corner. He's ready to exit to the right of the screen and then come back in. So all Greasy has to do here is pass to Remco, because the shot is almost certainly getting saved by one of Cuxer or Marky. Almost certainly. Like, that shot is a tough shot to make. Really tough. Unless he puts it top right, it's not going in. And top right is not easy. Not easy at all.
That one in, but another shot from Remco, blocked out by Mark.
Like he could have done it, but let's be honest. Like, how many times out of 10 is Greasy top corner in this shot? I don't know. I'd like to ask Greasy that, because I don't think it's more than half the time. But if he just passes this ball off somewhere like here, like straight into the wall and down into this area, look at Marky and Cuxer. Like, it would be tough for them to beat Remco to that ball. Cuxer looks like he's low on boost because he's like reversing into the net, which is usually an indication that he's trying to play it reactively. So I think putting it high over the near post gives Remco like a guaranteed goal. Because look where Remco is. There he is. He's ready to follow up. He's actually taken a wide line from the corner all around. I'm not sure if Greasy's still in the chat, but anyway, that was actually a situation that happened a lot at the LAN, where players are taking tight angle shots from the air straight at goalkeepers. And notice, Flipside don't even save it very well. This save should be going to the far corner. If this was IBP, the save's going to the right of the goal from Flipside's perspective, because that's all IBP did, is they just put the ball straight into the corner. But Flipside actually save it middle. Marky with a really bad save. Remco should score, but he hits the bar. So misplays, actually a lot of misplays there. Firstly from Greasy, and then from Marky, and then from Remco. Like, all misplays. Because nerves of the LAN are affecting people's decisions and mechanics.
The aggression they put out there, and they're actually taking something risky, both going for boost, leaving no one in net. I know James is already triggered seeing that, but you see how smart they're playing. They're doing anything unconventional.
Almost having that air
We had the most awkward handshake moment at the LAN. Lachino's girlfriend, Chelsea, was the most awkward handshaker. Like, I shook a lot of people's hands, and she was just like the awkward one. This is the misplay of the series, though. Like, when you see this happening, you're just like, oh my.
I love your accent. It makes the steam fun to watch. Here's a tenner. Keep it up.
Humanian, I appreciate it, dude. You love my accent. That's a first. I appreciate that. I guess I'll keep talking in my normal voice. This whole segment of play is worth a rewatch, though. So, power slide fail by Greasy. This should be going high over Flipside's net, but not only does he fail to put it high over Flipside net, drives past the ball, and you can kind of forgive Maestro for, like, Maestro really expects Greasy to hit this. He really does, but it's a LAN, so the Greasy's going to miss it more often than he usually would. Like, Maestro should probably back him up as well. You can kind of put a little bit of blame, because Maestro's already turning away, and then he can't turn in time. He actually boosts a tiny bit in the wrong direction also. Like, notice Maestro boosting away from the ball. Here, he engages his boost in the wrong direction. That accelerates him like maybe a car length more to this way than he needs to be. So, and then it's actually the difference. He needs to go for the block here. Does Maestro? Just misses the ball. That's so close. So close. And then Mike with the murder face as well. It's fantastic. Yeah, Quinn's backhand presentations were pretty good as well. Instead of like giving the fist bump or like the high or the low five to his teammates, he's just like slap the back of my hand. There he is, Mike Skywalker. He's raging, absolutely raging. I love it. We go from that to like rainbow PC, happy. We're like the director's like, quick, show something happy on the screen. Mike's gonna kill someone. Quick, happiness. We need positive vibes. Even like the nose flare. Look at like the. Man, I love it. He's gonna kill someone. But the director's like, quick, we're gonna scare all the children. Show something happy. Rainbow, rainbow PC. Like, look at this contrast. How beautiful. The NZXT PCs were pretty good, but I'm like, man, rainbow PCs. This is why the pro players are able to play so well. Look at them, rainbows in the tower. That's why they're able to play so well. That and the Mobile One high performance replays, obviously.
No, I'm sure Flipside's got their eye on the prize. Literally, if they win this next game,
Greasy. I mean, look at the faces of. This is the face of defeat right here. Does this look like a team that's about to start a comeback? Absolutely not. Are we surprised by that? Oh, no. Like, not at all. I'm not saying this to, like, say, look at these guys. look how unprepared they are for LAN. Nobody was prepared for the LAN. Like, no team was like super ready to make the comeback of a lifetime. And after Greasy makes that misplay, he's usually the guy who fires up his team, and it's so hard for him to then make a comeback because he knows, like Greasy knows that he just made a massive misplay, and Flipside are 1 game away now from winning the series. Northern Gaming need to win 3 games in a row, which is hard on a good day, never mind when you're making misplays more often than you're used to. So this is just something that will improve a lot as teams get more and more used to playing on LAN environment, is like when they're down like this, if these players have got a like psychologist that they've worked with from Northern Gaming, and they've got a coach that they will have been practicing with, they'll know how to come back from the situation. Because that's going to happen. Their job at this point, Northern Gaming's job, is to win 3 games in a row. That's their job. Doesn't matter what's happened before. Doesn't matter where they are in the tournament. Their job is to win 3 games in a row, and they're not helping themselves by being so down and out and, you know, sad. So in the future, we'll be seeing teams a lot more mentally prepared for that kind of situation. They won't be so defeated, and they won't have given up on themselves so early. Which team is the most handsome overall? Probably Northern Gaming. They're all like tall, handsome lads.
That is exactly what they need to do to catch Flipside off guard. Because Flipside, if there was enough time in that game, would have lost that game. There was so much pressure coming out, there was nothing they could do. They were pigeonholed.
Absolutely, really, as you said, like there was just, it touched the ground. They had just 1 more second. They saw the pressure on. They were still going in. They weren't done yet. We'll see if they can keep that up in game number 5.
Paradox is too, it makes you happy, man.
This is intense. This is the Rocket League. I love
When Johnny thinks tall equals handsome, feels bad, man. I said tall and handsome. They're not mutually exclusive. Or I mean, they are mutually exclusive. Like, you can be tall and not handsome, or handsome and not tall. Or you can be both. Like most of the Europeans at the LAN, because Europeans are hot stuff, apparently.
Trying to get what they had going on at the end of that last match started up right now, but in their own end. A little bit too far for anything Flipside to do. Good pass from Greasy to Maestro.
What's up with the recycling bin above your head? That's like a cheer bucket. It is a bin, basically, for people to throw their lost bits in. Like, people just want to throw bits in the bin. That's what it's there for. The bit bin, you could call it.
Almost a lob there from Marky Duda. Remco does get in the way in time. Marky Duda gonna chip that one.
Yeah, it's actually pretty surprising to like most of my friends that Rocket League pros are not like. Look at Mike, by the way, I love it. But yeah, the fact that like most Rocket League pros and like my gamer friends are, you know, just normal looking, handsome, like healthy people, that really like validates the esport, because people always characterize gamers, and especially people who play a ton, like to the point of being pro, you need to put a lot of hours into gaming. So people expect them to look like just a stereotype, you know, overweight, crusty nerd. So it's good that pro players are presentable and look good. It's good. It's great for the esport that pros are healthy and looking after themselves. But yeah, I paused this because I wanted to look again at Mike's. I draw your attention to the bottom right hand corner of the screen once again. Look at him. Come on! Oh no. Remco and Maestro just having a little. So Remco taking Maestro's surname pretty literally here, just giving him a quick bang off to the side of the net, and Greasy can't really attack that easily.
But recognizing that immediately is this Flipside team and punishing them for it. They want this win so bad. It wasn't even all-star bots.
Yeah, healthy life is definitely important. Not only does it make the esport look good, like for sponsors and for fans, and you know, trying to become a normal thing that people can look up to and want their kids to grow into, but it's also just straight up an improvement on your chances to play well. Yeah, Northern Gaming are just all over the place. And look again at the not just Flipside's face cams, but they're just so defeated. They were defeated before the game begun. They're defeated now. Remco, Greasy, both. Greasy with the bad clear. Remco not trusting Greasy. Just not good enough for them. But yeah, health is super important. Every time before I stream, I go take a shower because I want to just feel. Well, I'll like make sure I'm hydrated and not hungry and showered, just feeling good. Because I don't know, like I think it makes a difference whenever you're like streaming or performing at a high level. Those two things, I'm not saying like I'm doing both of them. I'm the former, but these guys are the latter. They're performing at a high level. I think that just feeling comfortable is a big deal, and it makes you perform better if you just feel comfortable. Like I like go AFK sometimes, and I'm just washing my hands. I'm just like, I'll go AFK and wash my hands. I'm like, I'll be right back, guys. So I just go to the kitchen, wash my hands, come back, and I'm like, okay. I don't know, if I notice that my hands don't feel clean for whatever reason, because I've been playing mouse and keyboard for a while, getting nice and sweaty, then I'm like, okay guys, I'm gonna be right back. You gotta feel good if you want to perform good. And like casting and commentating, doing analysis stuff, is sort of like, you know, acting, or I guess performance arts. It's that kind of category of job to me. Like that's what it is. It isn't like, I don't know. You've got to. It's a very specific skill set. You can't really take casting and move into pretty much any other form of work. Like it really is a thing in and of itself. Kind of like acting is. Except I'd say casting video games is like even more specific than acting, and like less of a useful thing to put in your resume. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot tall. Yeah, I can't remember how I got on this topic, but it's quite interesting to me. And the short, like piece of advice that I'll give you is be clean, be healthy, be smart. You'll be happy. It's just like how you want to be, if you want to be performing well as a pro.
Pushing up, trying to read that touch from Marky Duda, doesn't quite get what he wanted, but a shot from Remco, gonna be in, and we're at a 1-goal differential.
Not allowing this Flipside team past half field for so long.
Classic Northern Gaming, just intercepting clears. I don't know why the net's open there. I've got a feeling that everybody on Flipside just backed off at the same time, expecting somebody else to have the net, then they're like, oh, nobody's got the net. Whoops. That's something that IBP did better than every other team at the LAN. They didn't leave their net open anywhere near as much as Flipside did, and other teams as well. Don't forget to keep your beard in shape to perform well. That just like falls into the category of like looking after yourself, man. Like look after your skin, like wash your face, wash your face, wash your hands, wash your hair. If you've got a beard, oil it. What a shot by Marky. Because a lot of people, when they grow their first ever beard in life, they just have the most homeless man, unkempt looking beard of all time, because they don't really comb it or oil it, and it just grows in at all angles and different lengths. Because the thing to remember is like, hair on your face doesn't grow as consistently as hair on your head does. Like some hairs grow faster than other hairs, and you've got to like trim them back to let it all grow in evenly. Some people don't even know that they can grow a good beard because they don't give it time to grow in. They like grow their beard for like 2 or 3 weeks and it's a bit patchy. They're like, I just can't grow beards, I guess. But what they've got to do is like trim it down, let it grow for another like couple of weeks, and they're like, oh yeah, actually, turns out I can actually grow a decent beard. Just got to give it time to grow in. And of course, groom your eyebrows like Lachinio. Something I need to work on. Bang, Flipside 4-1. Didn't surprise me. I was pretty sure that Flipside had this because mentally they were just so much more ready. So much more ready for the series than Northern were. Yeah, good to see the sportsmanship from Greasy actually getting up and going over to the opponents. It's actually, I think that they talked about this right before the last thing that the players did on the Thursday, because like Thursday and Friday, it was last thing on Friday. Thursday and Friday was like media day where the players were recording all those interview content that you saw at the LAN and taking the big pictures that you saw on the walls, and then they were like doing just quick discussions. Like all the players would sit down, and the production leaders at the LAN, people like JDL and the casters and everybody, they were all getting told what to do. And one of the things they discussed was, what do you do after a game. Like, how do you guys want to shake hands? And they decided, let's just do it. Winners go over to the losers and shake their hands. But Greasy's like just lost the game. He's out the LAN, he's on his feet, and he's walked up and is shaking hands with the opponents. Like, he's just forgotten what they plan to do, either or he's just decided, nah, I'm just gonna go up and shake their hands. But it's good to see like Greasy's going over there to congratulate Flipside, because they're out. That's Northern Gaming out the LAN, 3rd place, pretty good showing, but definitely a disappointment to them. Anything short of winning was going to be a disappointment to them, and you know, not making the final. That's a disappointment. For sure, I bet Northern and Flipside thought they were going to play each other in the final, and IBP showed up and surprised everybody.
Coming for revenge. Look out.
Regardless, still a good series. Wait, why does Remco's hair look blue? Does Remco have blue hair? Or is that just lighting? I'm confused.
I'm glad they're following their scripts.
No, yeah, we
and
just
that we
follow-
have
yeah, we
flip
scripted
side.
Oh, it's just the lighting. Wow. I know Greasy's face is blue. Wow. Powerful lighting.
They have. I'm glad they're doing that. But what? Like this is like this has been a year of Rocket League leading to this point, coming up to these two teams going up in the grand finals. This was insane. Not to count out any of these other two teams. All the teams today showed absolutely incredible gameplay, and this is incredible.
What I think about Pashi and NG, I don't really know. I've seen them play 2 tournaments. They were okay. They were decent. Not really much to say about them. I think they'll be... I don't know if they'll be as good as NG with Greasy. I don't think they will. I think it's a downgrade from Greasy.
Probably going to explode with this next setup. I mean, it's going to be insane.
But it's yet to be seen. Never judge anybody by their first LAN. Like, we can say that Pashi was one of the weaker players at the LAN, but that doesn't mean that he's a bad LAN player. He's just unproven so far. Some players take longer to develop in the LAN environment than others, and Pashi might turn out to be a great LAN player in the long term. I certainly hope so.
Yeah, we saw that same thing with
That'd be pretty cool.
That does not tell the story going on here. That's why you need to be here watching these games with us, because watching these guys battle back and forth is the best experience you could ever get with how they've been playing. I am flabbergasted by some of the things these guys do, and
Where's the interview?
watch it all day, and it's still not enough to be like, what was that? Like, it's insane.
Well, I'm excited to get to those
What does Lawler say?
to those next matches, but we're gonna get down
That's funny.
and talk to Mike Rules on stage with Golden Boy.
Is Quinn's hair a misplay? Rip, dude, that's mean.
Next matches.
Thank you, gentlemen. Mike Rules. Congratulations, man. I mean, this has
Mike's
been
facial expressions,
quite
dude.
the road for you guys going into the lower bracket so early. And
Will I be
pretty much
reviewing all
just
28 series during the next
prepared
League
to
Play
be
RLCS? Probably not everything.
absolutely out of your mind
Probably
right
not
now.
everything.
Yeah, I'm absolutely ecstatic. You know, yesterday when we lost IBP in the first round, you know, I thought we were done for really because, you know, we weren't playing that well, and, you know, we were surprised at how good IBP were. But, you know, we were
I don't know why the mic's like so much quieter when he's holding it up to Mike's mouth.
And we've done this before. We've lost first round, and we've come all the way from the lower bracket to win a whole tournament, and we're going to do it again.
Yeah, boy, that's what I like to
All
see.
right. So, I mean,
Or here,
this is,
rather.
when I think of competitive Rocket League esports, 2 team names come to mind. Flipside Tactics and iBuyPower. Like, this is, you guys are like the gatekeepers of this whole community as far as like, you want to get to the top, you got to go through me. This is it. I mean, could you have seen it going any other way?
I mean, it's always going to be us and IVP, really, isn't it? So it's just, it's the fan favorites, really, isn't it? And there's a lot of NA folk here because we're in LA, obviously, so the bias is going to be against us, so...
Oh, I think you have some fans here, though, right? You got some fans here.
We've got some fans here, but...
I wasn't actually in the
we're gonna have
venue
to
for this
crash the
interview.
party and disappoint all the NA people, I think.
Ooh, crush the party and crash the party. Disappoint.
Crush the party.
In any case, so
Crush
celebrate
the
with your
party.
team. Of course, it'll be short-lived because you got to get ready for the grand finals. So, congratulations. Give it up to Mike Rules and Flipside Tactics. They're going to be going to the finals to
lit.
face off against
love Mike. What a guy.
iBuyPower Cosmic. It is going to be electric, and I can't wait. Let's go ahead, send it over to our analyst.
All right.
Absolutely incredible to hear from Mike there. And yeah, they lost.
One guy cheers. There's tons of cheers. Everybody loves Flipside. Everybody loves Flipside. It's just there's a lot of like people there. There was actually a surprising amount of fans who didn't. I guess either they didn't know much about Rocket League or they were just massive Kronovi fanboys. Because one day I was sitting in a row near the back, and the guys behind me were just like, Kronovi would brush the ball, and they're like, he's so good, oh, how does he do it? And they were just such fanboys, man. I didn't understand.
Shut out Northern Gaming in that first game. Northern just could not get their game going.
Was I just literally getting up and leaving at the end of every game? I was like going backstage to talk to the teams who lost and talk to Marky and Cuxer after that game. Like after that series, I was just like, I went backstage, gave Marky and Cux a bro fist. I was like, you guys got this. Then I was like talking to Greasy for a little bit, consoling them, because like for me, everybody knows I like to trash talk everybody on my stream, but I never want people to misunderstand me, especially the pros. I don't want them to misunderstand me and expect me to want them to fail, because I don't want these guys to fail. I want my trash talk, I want my real talk to take people to the next level, to like, you know, not inspire, maybe that's too much of a self-indulging word, but I mean, I want it to encourage people or challenge people is probably the best word I can think of, to, you know, prove me wrong, I guess. So after Northern Gaming lost, like, I made sure to go and congratulate them, because, you know, they're still insane. They're still one of the best teams of all time in Rocket League. And between like this was Sunday afternoon. Between Sunday afternoon, right after they lost, and Sunday night, the after party, you know, I made a point to talk to Northern Gaming guys and make sure that they understand that me and also other people in the community who are like me, analysts and commentators and content creators, we all want the best for them, and we've got their back and stuff like that. So like I went and shouted to Greasy, who paid you to throw? And he like gave me the middle finger, but then we, you know, we went and you know, we went and chatted about it. I was like, dude, I know you're feeling pretty bad about this, but you know, you guys, you're in LA, enjoy yourselves. You can feel sorry for yourself tomorrow. Tonight, just have a good time, enjoy the last day in LA, have a big experience, and you guys are insane. Like, you're still a great team, and we all want the best for you.
Your next match, your last match potentially of the first ever